Hey comic book fans, your pal David here to give you guys your comic fix. Now it's Wednesday, it is the best day of the whole entire week, and so let's jump into our comics now, shall we? Now first up we got The Comedian, issue number 1 of 6 of the Before Watchmen series. Now The Comedian is the character I least like in the whole Watchmen universe. He's always been portrayed as just this terrible, terrible person. And so I thought to myself, why would I actually want to read a book about this character which I really do not like? But I said to myself, I'm going to pick up all the number 1 issues of the Before Watchmen and see if I want to continue from there. And I'm very glad that I did pick up this book. Brian Azzarello, who's the writer of the book, is putting humanity into the comedian. You get to see him interacting with the Kennedy family, which is very beautiful and loving, and it was just something I was not expecting going into it. I was expecting to see the same old asshole that I've seen before, but no, I actually got the human side of the comedian. There's some great parts in this book that I do not want to ruin. I think that this book is a book that you have to experience yourself. There's not a lot of action in it, but there's a lot of personal growth out of the comedian character. So, I'm going to be giving The Comedian, issue number 1, a 4.5 out of 5. Great book. I cannot wait to pick up the second issue. And it's surprising, though, because this whole Before Watchmen stuff has been really high quality. And I'm hoping that they keep up with it with Night of the Owl that's going to be coming out next week. So, next up is a book that's been being talked about all over the place, and that is Astonishing X-Men issue number 51. The marriage between Northstar and his boyfriend Kyle. Now, in this book, there's very little action. You get to see what happened at the ending of issue number 50 and see how that whole plot line wrapped up. And it wrapped up very quickly just to get to the point of the wedding. And when you're getting through the wedding, there's this cool part where you see them all setting up and they're all talking about some previous weddings that have happened, how every single time any wedding has happened in the Marvel Universe, how bad guys always come in to destroy and mess up the wedding. And I thought that was a really funny part. But just know in this one, you do not get that. But what you do get is a traditional, some cold feet, just talking about getting married and what it means. And there's a lot of stuff you've seen before. In this book, they were not trying to make a political statement or anything like that. They were just telling a story between these two people that love each other very much. And I respect that. I have found really little faults in this one, unlike I did in issue number 50, and I cannot wait to see where it goes from here. I think that, what's her name? The writer Liu is doing a fantastic job, and I cannot wait to see what she does next. I'm going to give Astonishing X-Men issue number 51 a 3.5 out of 5. Definitely a lot better than last month. Now, the book that I look forward to most in any month, and that is Saga issue number 4. If you're not reading this book, why aren't you? I mean, this book is fantastic. It's going to be winning a bunch of awards. I can just feel it. And Brian K. Vaughan is just on top of his game in this book. But just know, this book is definitely not for kids. I love this. I love the story. There's 2 stories going on. First off, I'm going to talk about the Will. He's the bounty hunter. He's the guy who is on the cover of this page. And he's going to a planet or a place called Sextillion. And it is just sex all over the place. And as he's walking in through this place and you're just seeing all these people having sex, and it was just like, whoa, there's a lot of nudity in here, a lot of graphic nudity. I cannot believe that they would not even do this type of stuff on HBO type of stuff. And so that was a really big shocker to me. But the payoff to that whole entire thing was so worth it. And I just cannot wait to see more of the Will character. And then you got the 2 main antagonists and seeing where they were left off. The male, I forget his name, but he is basically being healed up from his wounds that he had in issue number 2. And you get to see him wake up and have to explain to his wife how he has another fiance. There was some great character development in that whole entire section of the book, and it just made you go, man, this is not about the action in this book, it's just about the character development. And the action that's going to be coming is going to be epic because of the character development that we're getting in this book. And I cannot wait for issue number 5, because issue number 4 left off on a point where you know that shit is going to hit the fan. And I cannot wait for issue number 5. I'm going to be giving Saga issue number 4 a 5 out of 5. Great book, but just know there's graphic nudity in this whole entire book, and that if you want your kids to read it, don't let them read this book. This is definitely worse than some you see on HBO. With that being said, this was a terrific 3 books that I've read, and one thing I thought was interesting about these whole 3 books is that there was not a lot of action at all in any of these books. There were more character development than anything else, and that's what I like. I like my action with my character development, not just a Michael Bay movie. Well, my name's David, and I hope you guys enjoyed the fix, and you guys know what to do. Subscribe up top, like on the bottom, and thank you for watching.